Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to show you the best platforms to sell digital products in 2025. So if you are looking to sell ebooks or templates or guides, and you are still looking for the best platform in order to do this, this video should help you make a decision. Now, each platform that I go over will have a slightly different purpose. They will be better for different things. So there is not one clear, this is better than the other. It really depends on what you are needing. Also, for each of the platforms that we go through in this video, I will leave my partner links in the description that will allow you to get the best deals and discounts available. So the first option that we have on the list is Kajabi. And Kajabi is the best option if you don't only want to sell digital products, but you want to expand your business further and have a full business setup. So you are not planning on just selling digital downloads and digital products, but you are also potentially thinking about creating a course, about creating a community. You want to be able to set up a sales funnel, you want to be able to do email marketing, and you want an all-in-one business tool, then Kajabi is going to be the best for this. With Kajabi, this is the tool that I currently use for my online business. I mean, I sell courses, I sell a community, I sell coaching, I sell digital downloads, I sell everything, which is the reason that, of course, I use Kajabi. So in here, specifically talking about digital downloads, we can simply go in. You can see I have a few options right here, but we go into a new download, and then all we would do is go ahead and create the title. So for example, I could just call this test ebook. We can add a description, we can add a thumbnail image to this and go next. Then all we have to do is upload the files that we would like to sell. So if this is like a PDF, if this is an ebook, I can go in here and search for PDF, and then we can upload this one. Go ahead and drop this in right here. Then we can go to next. We can choose the price for this. So whether this is free or whether this is a paid product. Let's just price this at $29 for the ebook. We can choose the payment options right here that we would like to accept. And then we can go ahead and click on next. Just like that, I now have my product created right here with this test ebook. And then the awesome thing about Kajabi is we can then go in and we can build like a sales funnel or a checkout around this. So what we would do is we would go into website right here. We can go into landing pages, and then in the landing pages area, we can create all of these different landing pages and then piece them together in the funnels area right here. So as an example, we might want to just start this with a sales page. We can see we have all of these awesome sales page templates right here. And then to actually create this, we simply just click in, we can go get started, and I'll just call this test. And then this right here is a drag and drop builder. So if we want to change the text, and we could say get my ebook, we would just type in whatever we would like into here. We can then go down to this image and we could replace this with an image of the ebook, and we can go ahead and edit this page. Now, on top of this, of course, with Kajabi, we also have email marketing. So we could maybe go ahead and create an opt-in page. We could give people something in return for their email. And then we can go ahead and set up email marketing right here. We can create automated email campaigns that go out on autopilot and keep looping people back to the funnel via email marketing. Now, the one downside to Kajabi, and right now they have a fantastic offer on, as we can see, this is $99 for 3 months, but usually Kajabi is a bit more of a higher end tool. So if you are a beginner, this is maybe not the best platform to choose. If I actually go over to the main Kajabi pricing when they don't have this offer on, as we can see right here, the Kickstarter is $69 per month, the basic is $149, the growth is $199, and then pro is $399. The one that you want to start off on is, of course, the Kickstarter right here. This is going to allow us up to 250 contacts. Then we move to basic. When we have 250 contacts, this allows us 10,000. So the plan that you choose is going to scale up as the business grows. As I said though, this is a fantastic tool. It's absolutely incredible, and this is the one that I use in my business. But as a beginner, or if you don't necessarily want to sell a course or a coaching program, or you don't need to build a funnel, it might not be the best option because of that price. The final thing I will say about Kajabi is because this is the main tool that I use, because this is the main tool that I teach my students how to use and how to sell digital products on this platform, I do have the best offer for Kajabi. So with Kajabi, if you would like to sign up, I will leave my partner link in the description. And with this, you can either sign up for that 3 months for $99 whilst they have that on, or by the time you're watching this video, that offer might be off. And if that offer is no longer running, then you can sign up for a 30-day free trial. On top of this, if you sign up to Kajabi using my link, no matter if you go for the $99 for 3 months or if you go for the 30-day free trial, I will give you access to the Holden Academy Elite package, which includes 2 of my courses. One of them will teach you how to actually use Kajabi. The second will teach you how to go from 0 0 to 10K per month with digital products. And I will also give you access to my insider community so that you can get one-on-one access to me. You can ask me questions, you can jump on coaching calls, and I'll be with you every step of the way whilst you are selling your digital products or your digital downloads. Now, the second option that we have on the list is Whop, and Whop is by far the best for beginners. The reason for this is because Whop is completely free to use. It's completely free to sign up. It's completely free to create your community, to create your digital products. The way that Whop make money is they take a small percentage of every transaction that you sell. Now, if we go into the Whop pricing right here, we can see that this is 3% plus card processing fees. So Whop take a 3% fee. And then there are also card processing fees on top of this. Now, it can be a little bit more expensive than just the 3% right here. It's not just a 3% fee, because if we go down, we can see we have other additional fees charged by our payment providers. So we have a 0.5% fee right here. We have a 0.5% tax fee, a 7 cent per transaction for fraud detection. When we are withdrawing money to our bank account, we get a 0.25% transaction fee. If you get disputes, this is $29 per alert. So as you can see, although it says 3% at the top right here, it can actually be quite expensive with each product you sell. So as I say, this is the best for beginners, but what you need to keep in mind is with something like Kajabi right here, because Kajabi just have card processing fees, like the standard card processing fees, and they don't take this additional 3%. When you are actually successful in your business and you're selling a lot of products, Whop can actually be more expensive just based on those fees alone. Now, going into Whop, this is a really cool tool. What we can do is we can go to create a new dashboard. And once again, I will leave my partner link in the description, where if you click on this, it will take you straight over to this page where we can go ahead and onboard. But what we want to do is just click here on to continue. We can then name the Whop right here. So I'll just call this Riley Store. I'll just go in here, Riley's Store 7, I guess. This is already in use, so we can go for 7. Click on continue, and then it's going to go ahead and build out our store. So the way that we can actually do this is we can go into add content right here. And right here, this is where we can build out what we are actually going to sell on Whop. Now, Whop is a little bit different because you can't just buy a digital product like you can on these other two platforms. So with Kajabi, we can simply sell a digital product right here. We can send people over to the checkout page, for example, for this ebook right here, and they can purchase my ebook for $29. The way that Whop works is a little bit different. For example, if I just go into one of my communities that already has payment set up, we can go over to the store page right here. So if we go over to the pricing, if we go to manage pricing right here, we can go create a new pricing option. We can make this a single payment, which is probably the best option to do, or you can also make this a monthly subscription. For selling digital products, I wouldn't recommend this. We just want to go for a single payment. But the way that this works, as I say, is a little bit different. It's not just selling a digital product. You are essentially selling access to a community, and inside people can get access to these digital products. So that can be a pro or a con, depending on what we are wanting to do. But essentially what we do to set up digital products is we want to go over here to learn. Then what we can do is add an app right here, and we can add in files. And as it says right here, if I just go back, we can sell PDFs or ebooks, we can sell templates, and all of the digital products that we want to sell. So we just go in here, I'll just call this Riley's product, just as an example. We can click on create right here. And then the way that we actually create this is we just go into configure files right here, and we can upload all of the files that we would like to. So this is one that I created earlier, a sustainable diet ebook plan. So all we would do is upload the files right here. That's how we can create our digital products. And there are a lot of other things that we can add here. So for example, if you want to go into a chat, we can add chats to this by simply going to add app. We can then name this chat, and in here, your community can go ahead and talk to each other in this chat area. We can also set up like a coaching program in the calendar area. With that being said, the coaching program isn't as advanced as it is on Kajabi, of course. Kajabi is the best if you want to sell these other products, but Whop definitely makes a list because of the pricing as a beginner. And then the final option on this list, the final option that I recommend in order to sell digital products, is going to be ClickFunnels. Now with ClickFunnels, once again, this is a little bit more of an expensive tool. If we go over to the ClickFunnels pricing right here, we can see that the pricing is $97 per month. You will never really have to upgrade to Pro. The only reason that you would have to upgrade to this as we can see, everything is unlimited. So the only reason you would have to upgrade is if you add more team members to this, if you actually have staff that work for you. With ClickFunnels, if you do decide that you want to use this, the way that I would go about this is not just going straight over to ClickFunnels and signing up here. What I would do instead is I would sign up to the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away Challenge. And once again, I will leave the link to this in the description, because this is essentially the exact same offer where we can get free for 14 days and then $97 per month. The difference between this is you actually get training with this. So this is Russell Brunson right here. This is the founder of ClickFunnels, and he will essentially teach you everything that you need to know in order to create a funnel that sells. He will even teach you what to actually sell, which is crazy. We can go down here. What if I don't know how to sell? We'll help you discover how to sell, whether it's a digital product or a physical e-com product during the challenge. So as I said, this is how I would sign up to ClickFunnels if you would like to. And the main pro of ClickFunnels is the funnel building is absolutely fantastic. Like, compared to all of the other tools, building funnels on ClickFunnels is the best thing, because this is what ClickFunnels is built for. So we can go in, we can create a new funnel right here. As I say, we also get the training on this, which is very, very helpful as well, especially if you are a beginner. But we can go into create a new page right here and look at all of these different funnel templates that we have. So we have all of these awesome funnel templates. We can go into one of these and choose this. This isn't the best for a digital product, but I'll just show you how this works. We can open up the funnel right here, and then we can go into edit this. And then once again, this is drag and drop. So we can go into this text at the top and change what we want it to say. We can click into this video, for example, go to settings, and we can change out the video. We can go ahead and delete this right here, delete any elements. But the awesome thing about ClickFunnels is we can go to My Assets right here, and we have all of these pre-built assets that we can just add to the page and edit. So as I said, this is the best thing about ClickFunnels, is how advanced the funnels are that we can build. And of course, we can sell digital products on this. If we just go back to this area and we go to products, we can open up all products right here and go to create. And then we can create a digital product like courses, ebook, and different software. We can, of course, sell templates. You can sell all of the digital products that you would like to sell on ClickFunnels. So those are the best platforms for selling digital products in 2025. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.